This has to be one of the most beautiful places to mountain bike in the world, isn't it?
You know, Dan, it is. And we really lucked out with that rain last night, keeping the dust down.
And cooling it off a bit.
And cooling it off for us. Exactly.
There are just about as many ways to enjoy the Red Rocks of Oak Creek Canyon as there are people who come here. But mountain biking has, without a doubt, become one of the most popular ways to seek and see the scenery.
It's almost like they paved this with red rock. Is this the easiest part of the ride out here?
It is.
It's gotten easier, too, for both hikers and bikers to enjoy, thanks to the development of a well-marked trail system.
Almost ran into.
Oh no.
Oh, look at this.
Here we are at another one of the junctions. And this isn't an uncommon thing to see at a trail junction here in Sedona. The Verde Valley Cyclist Coalition has worked with the Forest Service and the Friends of the Forest to put together a lot of these trail signs. And they've done a lot of the development of the single track trail system that we have here that we're so proud of. One other wonderful thing that they've done on these maps is they've broken down the trails with beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and they use the international ski rating system. So the circle would be a green run, the square is a blue, and then the black diamond for the more advanced lines. Let's take a little ride on the Gardner Trail.
Still good for a guy of my level?
I think so, yep.
Think so?
Even with the well-marked trails, I opted to go with a guide because I don't really do much single-track riding, and I like the idea of going with a guide who could also offer helpful tips for this rocky rookie.
Well, you know, the most important thing to remember when you're mountain biking is always look ahead. You want to see the obstacles far ahead of you. It's way better to look ahead and plan for what you're going to ride over. And ride around this on the right. It's a little smoother. Nice, Dan. The seat is fine to stay in, but whenever you're going to be going over a large bump or down a hill, you're going to be in much more control of the bike if you stand up and put your rear end back.
You know what? Maybe I can do this. So do you find a lot of people come out here and they're scared at first and then find out they can do a lot more than they ever could?
You know, I do, and I always try and help people as much as I can with little tips and tricks on how to stay on the bike or ride over a certain obstacle, because, you know, people can do a heck of a lot more than they've ever tried.
Starting to think that uphill may be the downside of this trip.
You know, we'll go up, we'll go down, we will laugh, we will cry.
Oh boy, I think this is what we came for.
I'll say.
The bike ride and the view. What are we looking at out there?
So this is Boynton Canyon. Straight ahead of us. Enchantment's nestled right at the mouth there. And then Mezcal Mountain is a little bit closer. It sort of blends into the hill behind. I've had people that are, you know, racers. I've had people that have been on a bike maybe once in the last 5 years, and, you know, all walks of life.
And they all enjoy it the same.
They all enjoy it the same. No matter where you're from or no matter what language they speak, you can always tell by someone's facial expression that this is a beautiful place.
Eric tells me that he sometimes has to remind riders to watch the rocks in front of them and not the ones around them. It's kind of like the Beauty and the Beast, with the stunning scenery served with a bowl of rocky road.
Is it gonna get tougher than this?
It's gonna get a lot tougher than this, Dan.
Will there be a drop-off from our group?
Yeah,
it
might be me.
Well, this brings us to the end of our ride, and it actually brings us to the end of our show, but I gotta thank Eric and the folks at Hermosa Tours for bringing us out here, and I'm so glad we tried something different and we tried something challenging. What a trip.
Well, that's what makes vacations fun, is trying something new, putting yourself out there a little bit.
And you're right. Never be afraid to try something new. It's all part of enjoying your vacation, and I'll guarantee you do something like this, it'll be the first thing you tell people when you get home. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.